Welcome back. In this lecture, we'll focus on how to describe trends and make comparisons in Writing Task 1. This is a key skill for accurately and effectively describing the visual information you encounter in the IELTS exam. Let's start with describing trends. When you are looking at a graph or chart, you need to describe how the data changes over time. Common vocabulary for trends includes increase, decrease, stable, fluctuate. Make a pause in the course and make sure you understand all the vocabulary. Note down the most interesting and the most challenging words for you. It's important to not only state the trend, but also provide specific details about how and when these changes occur. For example, if you have a line graph showing the number of tourists visiting a country over a decade, you might say the number of tourists increased steadily from 2000 to 2005, then saw a sharp decline in 2006. After a brief period of fluctuation, the number rose again, peaking in 2010. This description includes the key vocabulary and specifies the time periods and nature of the changes. Next, let's talk about making comparisons. When describing bar charts, pie charts, or tables, you'll often need to compare different categories or data points. Useful comparative structures include higher, lower, similar, different, superlatives. Be sure to highlight significant differences and similarities. For instance, if you're describing a bar chart comparing the sales of different products, you might say, Product A had the highest sales, reaching 10,000 units, while Product B sold 8,000 units, making it the second highest. In contrast, Product C had the lowest sales with only 4,000 units. Let's break down some specific phrases for describing trends. Upward trends. The number of visitors rose significantly from 2000 to 2005. Sales climbed steadily over the 5-year period. There was a sharp increase in the unemployment rate in 2008. Downward trends. The population of the city declined gradually between 2010 and 2015. There was a drop in temperatures during the winter months. The rate of inflation fell dramatically in the first quarter. Stable trends. The profit levels remained steady throughout the year. The number of students stayed the same from 2017 to 2019. The company's market share was constant for 3 years. Fluctuating trends. The stock prices fluctuated widely during the financial crisis. The amount of rainfall varied greatly over the decade. There were ups and downs in the housing market. These phrases help you articulate the changes and movements clearly. For comparisons, you can use the following structures. Higher-lower comparisons. Product A had higher sales than Product B. The number of cars produced in Japan was greater than in Germany. Unemployment rates in rural areas were lower compared to urban areas. Similar, different comparisons. The sales figures for Product A were similar to those of Product B. The results of the two surveys were different in several aspects. The growth rate of Company A was as high as that of Company B. Superlatives. The highest number of tourists was recorded in July. The lowest temperatures were observed in January. The most significant change occurred in last quarter. Using these structures will make your comparisons clear and precise. Be mindful of common pitfalls when describing trends and comparisons. First of all, overgeneralizing. Avoid making vague statements without details. Instead of saying the sales increased, say the sales increased by almost 100 items in the first 4 years. The second common pitfall, incorrect timeframes. Always match your descriptions to the correct time periods shown in the visual. Instead of there was a peak, say there was a peak in 2015. Third one, ignoring significant data points. Don't overlook important changes or data points. Instead of the numbers were stable, highlight any minor fluctuations or important milestones. Being specific and accurate will enhance the clarity and quality of your descriptions. To summarize, effectively describing trends and making comparisons involves using precise vocabulary to indicate increases, decreases, stability, and fluctuations, providing specific details and time frames, highlighting significant differences and similarities between data points. Practice these skills regularly to become more confident and accurate in your descriptions. In our next lecture, we'll look at how to structure your responses and examine some sample answers. See you there!